See, it's been a while. It's been a while, but I'm alive. I'm well. Everything is great over here. Still a teacher. All like nothing much has really changed. So, yeah, I thought I would just do a random get ready with me because I felt like it. So, we're going to hop right in. So, my skin is already cleansed and moisturized. And then for primer, I decided to go in with the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Hydrating Primer just because I have this like deluxe sample that I'm just trying to finish up. Even though I have more oily skin, I find that it's not really like overly greasy and that even if you have oily skin, you can still use it. I will say I got a patch of dry skin for the first time ever in my life on my lip right here. It's gone now, but I was like, what is happening? I know I'm aging, y'all. I'm turning 29 in a couple weeks. But like I've never had dry skin before, so that kind of freaked me out just a little bit. For foundation, I'm going to go in with one that you guys have not seen on my channel, I don't think, because it's been so long, but I really enjoy it. And it's the Rare Beauty Foundation. And this is also like a perfect color match for me. I didn't think that this would wear as long as it does. It is really long wearing on my skin. Again, I have a perfect shade match and I just really enjoy this foundation. It also doesn't transfer that much. And being a teacher, I wear a mask for like at least 7 hours a day. So I was just shaking it up. I wear the shade 510W in case you're wondering. Can you even see that? Ooh, ooh, no you can't. No you can't. No you can't. Ooh, ooh. But yeah, 510W. I'm gonna go ahead and swipe some of this on. I'm trying to decide, do I want to mix it or not? I'm not going to have this makeup on for very long. I might mix it with another foundation. And it's like a serum-y like texture. It has an interesting texture to it. But I really like the way it wears on the skin and the finish of it. So I'm just going to take a foundation brush. I'm just going to blend that out. But yes, it's been forever since I've recorded. I hope you all have been well. I've been watching a whole bunch of YouTube. That's like one of my favorite ways to decompress and relax is by watching YouTube videos. So I've been on the app. I just haven't been posting. And I mean, this spreads really easy. A little bit goes a long way. I actually put on probably a little bit too much. But because it's so lightweight and like has that serum-y texture, you can just keep blending. But yeah, happy holidays. Wow, I can say that now. Happy holidays. I have some special plans for the holiday season that I'm super excited about. I actually have a countdown going. So that's really, really fun and exciting. I'm feeling extra happy about the holiday season this year because I'm going to a state I've only been in the airport of. I've never really been on the land in that state. So I'm excited for those adventures. And the reason I'm even going to the state is even more exciting. So there's that. But you're probably wondering, it's 5:45 on a Sunday evening. You're probably wondering, why in the heck am I putting on makeup? First of all, I overdid myself last week. I did too much stuff. I had too much going on, and I knew I wouldn't make it through this week if I didn't take some time to rest. And I feel like that's one thing that I learned in 2020 is the importance of truly resting, really getting replenishing, rejuvenating rest. Not just enough to like survive the next day, you know, or to get through the week, but really resting well and resting in a way that really replenishes you. And so that's something that I've been making a part of my lifestyle since 2020. And I knew that over last week I did too much. So this morning I just watched service virtually, which I normally do go in person. But I knew that if I didn't take some time to rest so I could be rejuvenated for this week, that this week it just wouldn't have been good. And then I would be in sleep debt and it would just continue. And I would just be in a cycle of just not being rejuvenated, replenished, and not being able to give my best to other people. We're going to use the One Size Beauty Concealer. I have the shade Deep 1 NG, which I'm assuming stands for Neutral Golden. I really like this concealer. This is also something new you haven't seen. I've also been into concealer, which is something different and new for me. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit right in here. A little bit of this goes a long way. And just a little bit, I think, right here. I've gotten a lot of pimples right here, even though I've been drinking my water. Put a little bit on my upper lip, a little bit on my chin. Then I'm just gonna take whatever's left over and go out here. I look crazy. But yeah, so today, I'm like jumping all over. Today, I took the time to just not wake up early, get ready, you know, drive. It's a kind of a commute for me to get to church. My church is in the next state over, which makes it sound dramatic, but I live on the border of North Carolina and South Carolina. So yeah, I was like, I need to rest. And also I just needed to do some things around my home. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stay home and watch service virtually because it would be like a whole shebang. Like I tell you, it's like a whole thing for me to go in person. Like I like to present myself a certain way. I don't like to be rushed. And I was just like having a hard time waking up. And one thing I've been working on is not making myself feel guilty for getting the rest that I need. Because like I said, in order to really serve people to the best of your ability, you have to take care of yourself. And you shouldn't feel guilty for that. So I had to, you know, just pray, reaffirm myself that it was okay. I don't do this on the normal. Like if I can go and be in person, I go and worship in person. It's okay for me to have stayed home today to do what I needed to do. Which brings us to, why am I putting on makeup now? So one of my sisters in Christ, she loves to have like these Sunday night chats, Sunday night talks about different topics with other disciples, other brothers and sisters in Christ. And she asked me if I would join tonight. I don't know if she wants me just to join to be somebody who like comments and just, you know, kind of just gets conversation started and just interacts with whoever she's having speak. But I think she might want me to speak because she wanted me to speak last time, but I didn't get the message until too late. So I'm under the assumption that she wants me to speak tonight. I'm assuming. If not, I'm not going to be mad. But I figured, well, let me just get all beat-faced and beautiful, and playing some new makeup if I'm going to be on camera talking about, here's the topic. We're going to be talking about dating, courting, setting boundaries, and things of that nature. And we're talking about Christians that are dating other Christians, or even if that is a boundary one should have or not. Whatever, you know, there are different opinions. So we'll see where the conversation goes tonight. So I thought I would get on camera, do my makeup for that, just in case she wants me to join in with her on the discussion in the video. So yeah, I'm looking very radiant and glowy, as you can see, which is not my preference of makeup. I prefer to be matte. Also, my hair is a wash and go. I just washed my hair today, so you'll see it when it's down. Oh, and I have blue hair. Y'all have seen me. Yeah, I've shown y'all the blue hair. I have blue hair now, in case you haven't noticed. Haven't been here in a while. My hair's definitely blue. But now I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eyes. This is a mixture of 3 powders I've been loving. Ooh, if you haven't tried this, try it. This is a Sephora sale. I sound like I'm sponsored, but I'm not. Duh. I have a super small channel. But this stuff is amazing. The Patrick Star One Size Beauty Powder in Translucent. I love this for under the eyes. This is one of the most smoothing powders. Doesn't make you look crepey or anything, at least for me. This stuff is great. So I have a mixture of this, a mixture of the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder in Kunafa, which I love. If I can pull her out of here. Ooh, and another powder I'm about to show you. This one, the Easy Bake and Kunafa. It's like a more goldeny powder. This beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Also, I'm jumping all over, but this is how I am in real life. I used Color Street for the first time on my nails. I didn't do the best job, so don't look too close, but I'm enjoying this color that I stuck on there. Color Street is like the peel-off nail polish. Don't look too close. But yeah, these are my real nails. I just shaped them to be like, you know, square. But yeah, having fun with that. But yeah, I mixed that powder in and the Palladio rice powder that everybody was raving about, I believe, on the TikTok. I don't have TikTok, in case you're wondering. I refuse personally, just because there's just too many things come out, and I just don't want to be. I can't keep up, y'all. I really can't keep up. Like, it's just gonna be one thing after another, and I don't want the pressure of like trying to keep up and all of that. So I don't have TikTok, and I never will. Most likely, unless the Lord leads me to have TikTok for some odd reason. All right, I'm taking my foundation brush that I used to blend out my foundation. I'm going back over the concealer and kind of parts of the foundation just to kind of pat it down before I set it. I've been experimenting with just using a brush and not using a sponge. And I think because it's getting colder, when I set my under eyes with the sponge, I get too dry throughout the day, which is weird because the sponge is damp, but I don't know. I don't know the science. I don't know. But I find that when I just set with a brush, it's more of a lighter set. Therefore, I don't get as dry and crepey under my eyes throughout the day. So I just take powder on this brush. This is an Alamar Cosmetics brush. It's a brightening brush, which I love because it's flat, but it's also kind of wide. So you can, do this rather quickly. I'm also going to take this powder mixture on my lids as well. And I find it's just so smoothing and perfecting for me, para mí. So I'm just patting it in, as you can see. Also, I feel like I've really simplified my makeup. Like, I don't be doing a whole lot of steps and anything, but I feel like I still look beat. You'll see. But yeah, let me tell you a little bit about this last week of school and this last week and why I was just so exhausted. So I have two student teachers this year from my alma mater, I should say this semester from my alma mater, that I was working with, and they were there to observe and also teach a lesson and stuff. And I forgot how exhausting it is to I wasn't really being a mentor to them, but I let them ask me any questions, of course, whatever they want to know about what it's like to teach elementary school and things. But it is exhausting to have another human adult in your room that has never worked in that environment before, that grade level, but they're learning how to, so I wanted them to get the most out of it as possible. But they didn't really have too many questions or anything for me. And it's and I know, I get it. They don't really want to be in elementary school, which is why they were only with me for the amount of hours that they were required. But still, you never know where life will take you, because my original plan wasn't to be an elementary school music teacher. I love band. I'm a band girl through and through. So I always wanted to be a middle school. First, I wanted to be a high school band director. Then when I started working with the high school, with the marching band as a tech, I said, oh no, baby, I cannot do this. This is too much. It's too much going on. Oh my goodness, being a band director, said I will have no life. And I knew I've always wanted to be a wife and a mom. And from my perspective, for me, in my opinion, for myself, I don't think I could effectively and sufficiently be a wife and a mother as a band director. So I resorted. Well, I didn't say I resorted. That makes it sound like it's my last choice. I enjoy my job. I love my job. Let's not get it twisted. But I recognized really quick that might not be the best choice for me. So I decided to be an elementary school music teacher and then just help out with the high school band. You guys know I used to help out with high school band. Oh, so Patrick Star, One Size Beauty, his brand, his powders are amazing. So I'm using Deep 2, which has a golden undertone, Deep 2G, in the One Size Turn Up the Base Versatile Powder Foundation. I like to use powder foundations to set my foundation. I'm going to use this to set with this awesome, amazing Real Techniques angled, whatever kind of brush this is. This thing is great for setting the face. And I like to do I go in with my powders because I don't like my makeup to move. I don't like to touch up, even though I'm not going to have it on that long. So I'm just going to go in and press this around the perimeters of my face and everywhere that hasn't been set yet. With the loose powder, we're going to use the pressed powder. And this is going to add coverage as well. This thing is full coverage, this powder, so you can wear it alone, honestly, on your face. But I find powder foundations on me, no matter what, just tend to not last as long and get super oily. Even if they are oil controlling, they just don't control oil on my skin for very long. Or not in the same way as if I layer on top of a liquid foundation. But anyway, so back to that. So it was just exhausting having those two people in my room. Not that they are exhausting people. I want to make it very clear. I respect anyone taking the journey to pursue whatever dreams they have and whatever education they need or certifications they need. I respect that. But it just took a lot out of me because I want to give my best to them, because I'm trying to support them and getting to where they want to be. But I felt like I feel like I cared a little bit more than they did. And so it was just like a little exhausting on my end. And I'm going to leave it at that. On top of that, last week, we had Veterans Day. Me being the music teacher, I have to plan the Veterans Day program. And due to COVID, we can't have people in the school. So I had to, I just put this brush up my nose. Sorry, y'all. I had to plan a virtual ceremony. Fine. I knew this was coming. Your girl was proactive. Habit number 1. I work in a 8-habit school. I was proactive. I started really early, preparing the kids, rehearsing the songs and the pieces, and figuring out who was going to read what and be the narrator and all that stuff. I started really early. But because of my schedule, it was really hard to get all the things like recorded and videotaped the way I wanted. A powder I've been loving, another one. Y'all, I use a lot of powder, just so you know, because I don't touch up my makeup at all. She stays and she don't move. But I love this NYX Can't Stop, or NYX NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop mattifying powder. This is the brightening translucent. I use this all over my face though. After I use like a skin tone color powder, a lot of times I go over it with a translucent to like really just lock it in there. And I'm gonna use this kind of brush. It's more of a fluffy brush, but I take a lot and I just go in and I press right over everything. And this is like how I really lock in my face. It's not gonna go anywhere. And yes, this does make me look like a little bit ghostly at first, but as soon as my oils start to break through and after I bronze and stuff, I find everything comes together, and this just really helps with the longevity. And it also is kind of a way to kind of buff and just blend it all together.